Good evening, everyone. So I figured I'd do something a little different today. I was going to go over my cymbal choice here with this John Bottom kit. I just recently put this up. This is a really fun kit to play with. So I figured I'd talk about some of the cymbals that I've gotten over the years and some of the choices that I've chosen. And if you're a Bottom fan, we all know that giant beats and 2002s and 602s and stuff like that would be the material, the gear to use for, Led Zeppelin material. Zeppelin 4, of course, he used the Vestalites and 2002s. So what I have over here is this is a 16-inch 2002, and this one here is a 1977. Yeah, so it has a 7, starts with a 7. So this is a 19. This is a medium. It's a 2002, and some of the black letter is still intact. And then this one here is a medium 18. This one actually is a 79, which I kind of like the earlier ones. They sound a little better, but this still sounds really good. This here's a 22, and I think this one's a 1974. Yes, this starts with a 4. So this is a 1974 22 ride, and he preferred the 24s. I think the 22s personally, in some ways, sound a little better than the 24s. I like them a little bit better sometimes. It all depends on the cymbal too. Some 22s don't sound as good as other ones, and same way with the 24. Sometimes you'll find a really good 24, sometimes they'll just be overkill, and you won't have enough of what you're looking for, small settings. And this over here is a reissued giant beat, but it fits real well together. This china I'm using is actually a 2002 metal, but this is probably, I think this is around 90s, I think. It has a little bow in it. I got this from mycymbal.com. I like the sound of it. It was on the sound file, and the weight here says 1197 grams. But I really like how dirty and trashy it is. Figure out buy it. It was cheap. I got it used, and they give me a discount on it too. So, but I want you to hear. What I really liked about the 2002s is that, like Terry all says, sounds like a phone ringing after the end of it when you hit it and it starts going out. This is at 18. This is a 16 and 18. They're both mediums. And this is a reissued giant beat. This is a 19-inch actually. So they really sound good together. Now, like I said, this is a 2002 black letter, 1974. Now listen to this monster. And it has the perfect bottom bell, like if you're doing Black Dog. Got a perfect bell on it, and the ride's not bad too. And here's the china I was talking about. This is a really nice china. Okay, so now I want to talk about these hi-hats that I recently got a few months back, and these are prototypes. These are Pasty Giant Beat Sound Edge prototypes. So they only made a few pair of these hats, so they were kind of rare. They have a nice chick to them. And I've compared these against my 1970 602 15-inch Sound Edge. And I have a 15-inch 2002 black letter 70s. And I like these particular hats better than both of those sets of hats. Unbelievable when I compared them against the other two sets of hats, and I'll probably do another video with just those three hats and get your opinion, whether you think these sound better than the vintage or not. I kind of think they do personally, and that's why I haven't taken them off my kids since I've gotten them. But they just have that bottom sound, like rock and roll, like if you're doing the Rover. They just sound fantastic. Nice set of hats, though. I really like these hats. Crisp. They got a nice chick. Response. And they're not clunky. They're actually kind of high, so you could play other genres of music and not just, John Bottom or Zeppelin, because he had a particular sound. But I like these hats because I can use them in lots of different settings, whether if it's jazz or just straight up classic rock or whatever. And some of my videos, this is what I've been using for months now. So if you like some of the sounds of the hi-hat, these are what I've been using, which I said again is a pasty giant beat Sound Edge prototype. So good luck on probably finding a pair of these. I was lucky and forgot the last pair. Yeah, there might be some floating around out there. They sound excellent. I just like the way they sound. They sound great. I figured I'd share this video, and I'll probably make some other videos on Cymbols. If you like the Cymbols, please give a thumb up. Please subscribe if you want to. Much appreciative. I just want to thank everybody for recently subscribing to my channel. I don't ask that much, but I do appreciate everyone that's been subscribing to my channel. Thanks for the support, and hopefully it'll grow one day. I've had it up for a few years now, but when I got into doing this, it wasn't to get subscribers or I just wanted to leave something behind and maybe help other people, and just enjoy watching videos and posting things up. So I thought it would be a cool thing to do. From when I stopped playing in bands out live and everything, I thought that was the next thing to do. So it gives me something else to do and keep moving, and got to keep moving. And this is a good form of exercise, so it keeps me healthy and active. Everyone must stay active, especially at these tough times right now. So I recommend everyone to try to take care of themselves and get some kind of form of exercise and keep your immune system up. It's a tough time right now. So. But thanks again, everyone, and I hope you liked the video, and stay tuned for some other, I forgot, I almost forgot. I do actually have another cymbal I wanted to show. So like I said, this is a 22, and this has a nice sound. I think if you're doing the Zeppelin 4 album, I think this is the way to go. Actually, the black letter's intact on the bottom of this one, but not on the top. But this one here is a reissue. This is a pasty giant beat. It's not a vintage. I had some vintage ones. I sold them off. But this has that, I'd say first album or second album sound, at least for Moby Dick. Thinner. the ride of it, the ping is a little thinner than the 22. I think the weight is a little different. Now this is heavier. This is more thinner, I think. So anyway, I prefer this 22 over the 24, but I do like 24, but I just think it's a little thinner sounding and it's reissued. So it's not vintage where this is a vintage 70s, 74. I think that you can't beat the old vintage sound cymbals. They just sound amazing, especially if you keep them in good shape. So, but anyway, thanks again. And stay tuned for some other videos of some different cymbals and some different, I'm probably gonna do some snare drums. And by the way, on this kit, I'm not using a symphonic Ludwig snare drum, the 402. I'm actually using my Warlord and stainless steel 10 lug. I like the sound of this snare drum. Ever since I bought it, I haven't taken it off my kit. And it just sounds sort of like the Ludwig in some ways, because it's a stainless steel drum, you know. It's not alloyed, but it has a nice sound. It projects really well. I'm using the 42 strand on the underneath, but it has that bottom sound. It's a nice snare drum. All right. If you have any comments, please leave them. If there's any requests, do also. See you next time. Over now. Donzo.